So I was going to talk about pretentious academic assholes in this video, but I want to change the message towards the end, and I want you to sort of follow along and think about what I'm actually saying. So if you don't know me, I am Professor Dave Massack. I'm an associate professor of innovation strategy and entrepreneurship, and I created this whole reciprocity project to give back as much as I possibly can. There's so many people that help me out that I wanted to pay the favor forward to help you out. So what am I talking about with this sort of pretentious academic assholes? Well, it's people that have made a life and they've done very well in academic life. And then they look back and they say that everybody else is not good enough. They haven't sort of gotten to the point of where they are, that, you know, they just have to prove themselves that, man, I had to work really hard to actually get here, so everybody else should be able to work just as hard. And if you are not at the same position that I am, I'm not going to pay attention to you because you don't matter. All of that is baked into a lot of hurt, is what's going on. They've had to put in a tremendous amount of work, which we all have had to do what we do. It is a lot of work. It hurts. We have to push away a lot of things. It really, really hurts to do a lot of this stuff because we're sacrificing a lot in our life. It's not easy to do this. Contrary to popular belief, becoming a professor and becoming a prestigious professor is really, really difficult to actually do. The reason why people don't do it, and you don't meet more people like that, is because it's very, very difficult to do. It's like, how many people have met Taylor Swift? Not a lot of people, right? But people do meet Taylor Swift. How many people have actually met a very prestigious professor? Not a lot of people. But people do meet very prestigious professors. But I want you to sort of think about this. That means that it's extremely hard to actually do well in the career and to do things. But I also want you to think about this as well. You're going to bump into people that are really hurt inside when you're in the academic profession, when you're in any particular profession, where they have done well and they've gotten to a point in their life where they're looking back. But they're hurt. They really feel something. And so they think everybody else should have gone through the same experiences that I have gone through. And so they set up boundaries and they sort of discredit other people that are just coming up. And yes, I tend to do that once in a while. I'm going to admit I do that because it was a painful process for me. It was not easy. It's still not easy. But I want you to realize that they're actually just hurt people. And the quicker that we realize that they're just hurt people and they are really not good inside, that we change the whole conversation around. You know, part of the reason why I do these YouTube videos and part of the reason why I try to make them not as all over the place and sort of pretentious and that kind of stuff is because I want everybody to know that we are real people, that we do real things, that, hey, I'm a mess and that's okay. And I want you to realize that as well when you're going through your life, that it's okay to be a mess. It's okay to not have things together. And I want to point out that the sooner we get to the point where we acknowledge that just simply trying, just starting out, no matter where you are, is an amazing accomplishment, is really cool. So whether you are, I don't know, high school student, whether you are in college, whether you are starting graduate school, whether you are an academic or somebody that just doesn't care about any of that kind of stuff, I want you to know that you're good enough. And simply just trying just a little bit, whether you pick up a book or read the newspaper to figure out the world a little better, you're doing better than most people. And I think we need to reflect on that. That is the important lesson. You don't have to have all of the answers. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to be this prestigious guru on the mountain kind of thing, or guru in an ivy tower. You don't have to be like that. In fact, you're good enough to have the answers that you need right now. But what you need to do is just keep trying, keep getting up and keep figuring out the world, not giving up and saying, hey, I know enough. You need to keep doing it, time in and time out, no matter what's happening. Even if you just woke up, you got bad hair, and you had your exercise this morning and you don't feel like doing too much. Even if you're like that, you still get up and you do it, and you try every day. And you ignore all the other people that are pushing you down, all the academic, pretentious assholes that are out there. And you just simply say, wait a minute, I'm good inside. Those people are actually really hurt inside, that they're knocking you down and knocking other people down. You could see it in how they actually carry themselves. If you have to put on a hard shell like that, if you have to say that everybody else is not as good as you, and I'm better than them, and I'm admitting, I do this as well. It's hard for me to do some of these things sometimes. But if you have to do that, that means you're hurt inside, and you're not doing that well. So before you get worked up and you think all of us are pretentious academic assholes, which some of us are, to admit, but I want you to realize and reflect, wait a minute, we're not all like that. And every once in a while, you'll catch some humanity and you'll see that we are totally normal human beings that are just trying to bumble along just like you. And that's okay. It's okay to me, it's okay to you as well. So I think we need to decrease the amount of tension that we feel and really reflect on, why do I actually feel like this? Why am I actually thinking like this? And I know some of you are watching this at this moment because somebody hurt you in some sort of way, or maybe that you saw something on the news that said that all academics are pretentious assholes. Yeah, maybe. But, you know, we got to come back to reality and think about, why do I actually feel like this? What is going on here? And think about, what can I heal inside? What can I do to be normal again so I don't feel like that? So I don't get my back up and I'm okay with me being me and you being you. All right. Go have a good one. I mean it. You probably need it. All right. Take care and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.